Seasons of Warfare, Lady of Hresvelg, The Edge of Dawn from Fire Emblem Three Houses is the definition of an anime theme song. I vibe with it very hard. Let's listen to it. Introductions are really important, and we have to pay attention to those, right? The way that this starts is deeply introspective, right? Now, yes, the lyrics are, reach for my hand, I'll soar away into the dawn, oh, I wish I could stay. There's obviously a melancholic aspect to this. There's a sadness. There's also an introspective quality. If you listen to the first couple seconds, and I hate to stop right at the beginning, but it's important for you to understand what goes into making an intro an intro. It's valuable. This is really painting a picture about what this feels like and what the sadness is here. Yeah.
Reach for my hand, I'll soar away into the dawn. Oh, I wish I could stay here and cherish hearts in peaceful days. I fear the edge of dawn, knowing time betrays.
So something that's really fun about lyrics is being able to look at them and really process what they mean for us as listeners. Reach for my hand, I'll soar away into the dawn, oh, I wish I could stay. Reach for my hand, even though I'm going to be flying away. When the dawn comes, I wish that I could stay. Here in cherished halls in our home, in peaceful days, I fear the edge of dawn. I'm afraid of what's to come, knowing that time will not wait for us and time will betray our friendships. It's perfectly appropriate when we consider what goes on in Fire Emblem Three Houses, and I've only played one playthrough, and I was the Blue Lions, and thinking about Claude and Dimitri and, dear God, I forgot her name, Edelgard. Thank you to myself. It's this reflective memory of like, wow, things have really changed, aren't they? Like, it's so sad, you know?
Faint lights pass through colored glass in this beloved place. Silver shines, the world dines, a smile on each face.
And I have to ask myself about this too, because obviously, ba-da-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da, that's a fast rhythm. Faint lights pass through colored glass in this beloved place. Silver shines, the world dines, a smile on each face. It's almost like anxiety, right? Like she's sitting there, she knows that something is going to happen that's going to shift everything. But then that melody itself, the pitches are not indicative of drama. The pitches are actually indicative of warmth and love. And so there is that juxtaposition of like, man, I'm so anxious because I have a feeling this is going to end. And we all have that. I remember one time I was sitting in my room in post-grad, and someone that I was talking to was like, this is going to be the last time this is going to feel this way. And there was a lot of emotion, there were tears. And I was like, why are you crying? Because they recognized that things were never going to be the same as they were in that very moment. And that's extremely sad. It's beautiful because you're like living that experience, right? But at the same time, it's so somber because you know, and they were right, that things will never be the same again. And at the time, I didn't fully appreciate that. I didn't understand that, but it's so true that forward thinking that even though things are okay. I'm so sad though, you know?
As joy surrounds, comfort abounds, and I can feel I'm breaking free. For just this moment lost in time, I am finally me. Yet still I hide.
That's a really interesting, yet still I hide, right? And there's a little bit of a crunch there, and there's a melodic connective tissue there that's occurring. There's a doubling, I believe. Yet I hide. Why? Why am I still hiding? And why does the music reflect that? Like, you know, obviously I understand Edelgard's character and stuff, but that whole sequence of music there is really interesting because you want to be able to extract emotion from music. And yet it's almost like, I guess, yet still I hide. So even though she is sort of telling the truth in this monologue that we're listening to, that we are getting to be the fly on the wall of, that somberness carries through, even though the melody itself is not that sad.
Behind this mask that I have become, my blackened heart, scorched by flames of force I can't run from.
Wait, I have a question. So she says, my blackened heart scorched by flames, a force I can't run from. I can't remember what happens in this game, but is she sort of like a spy, or has she like accepted a deal with somebody that she regrets, and so no one fully understands that she's the reason why things are happening the way that they are going to, or like she's an operative of something? If that's the case, then I can see like it's almost like regret for buying into this idea, but knowing that there's no other option.
I look to you like a red rose, seeking the sun, no matter where it goes. I long to stay where the light dwells, to guard against the cold that I know so well.
Yeah, and that, you know, that really makes me think too. I look to you like a red rose, seeking the sun no matter where it goes. I'm so jealous. And even though it uses that like Three Houses leitmotif, I look to you like a red rose, seeking the sun no matter where it goes. Like, God, I wish I could do that. I long to stay where the light dwells, to guard against the cold that I know so well. And that's the other interesting thing. To guard against the cold that I know so well. That's a short. That's a so well. Man, my heart. I wish that I could live the life you live. I know this cold so well. There's regret and like sadness and like a desperate wanting to keep things the way they are.
As the rain falls on the path, I chase your shadow.
Do you like the rain there? Boo-doo-boo-doo. And the piano in the background? That's fun.
I don't feel a single drop or the ground below. Then you turn to me and I stop before I know. And the lie upon my lips, I let it go.
Cross my
heart, making vows I know will be betrayed. A sad girl's please live only for a breath and then they fade.
Yeah, that's really interesting. The sadness in this is just so palpable. What's fun is that it's a mask. It's a mask within a mask within a mask. Like, it's Edelgard presenting to Dimitri and Claude in a certain way, or her peers, right? Then it's her true intentions, her subtext, and then it's the music that is also masking that subtext, because the music is that melody, that leitmotif that is pretty optimistic and positive.
My dearest wish is that you'll know these tender thoughts that only seem to grow. They are as snow melting away, yet seeking your warmth, if only for a day. The blue moonlight cuts across our sight, as pure and clear as a ringing bell, wishing for us in the night. As the wind calms my thoughts, I hold strong on this terrace. I feel at peace, carried away by the wind's song.
Key change.
Open the door and walk away. Never give in to the call of yesterday. Memories that made those days sublime. These ruined halls and tombs, stolen time. Reach for my hand, I'll soar away into the dawn. Oh, I wish I could stay here in cherished halls, in peaceful days. I fear the edge of dawn, knowing
It's so interesting because on the surface, we can easily dismiss the song as a very nice strophic song. Strophic being, you know, every melody is the same, every verse is the same, the lyrics are just different. And that is what this is. It's a strophic, fairly basic song. But if you look at the lyrics and analyze the lyrics and connect them to your real life in some way or another, or connect them to the characters if that's how you feel, all of a sudden, we're given this like incredible alternate musical world where actually this is an incredibly tragic piece. And it's our job as listeners, and especially informed listeners, to look at pieces like this, especially as performers. Like if I was performing this, I would be dissecting the lyrics, kind of what we just did, in a more deeper way, maybe, and connecting them to the fact that this music is pretty peppy. And I've listened to this piece a couple times in live streams and also on my own while I was preparing to film this video. I was like, oh, this is kind of nice. This is nice. This is a nice little piece, right? But actually, when you really analyze the lyrics and uncover the depth of sadness that overtakes the singer and you know, reflecting the Lady of Hresvelg, it's inevitable that there's actually an immense amount of sadness there. Having your back against the wall and having to make a difficult decision is never easy, and it's funny how the music can make us feel as though it's not serious. It's actually really interesting, and the dynamics of I think that's why Fire Emblem Three Houses is so good, because the political and personal relationships are really well thought out, and it's a piece like this that makes you think like, wow, this is shockingly deep, and it certainly makes me want to play. I don't have no time, but you know, makes you want to be like, wow, I wonder what happened in the game. If you like this sort of stuff, there's more Fire Emblem on the channel. Actually, feel free to like, subscribe. If you want to support me directly, the Patreon is definitely the way to go. I appreciate it very much. As always, thanks a ton, and I will see you later.